They definitely foster fear in people, they foster fascination, and one of the issues is that, right, some snakes, a smaller proportion in the US, are venomous, right? So there's a group of snakes that could inflict harm if you got too close and spooked them enough. I'm Julian Avery. I'm an Associate Research Professor of Wildlife Conservation here at Penn State in the Department of Ecosystem Science and Management. Yeah, so snakes are one of those groups of animals that people love to either hate or love, right? And one of the reasons that snakes do instill a healthy appreciation of their risk is that many of them can be considered venomous. And while this is not something that most people ever really need to worry about, right, the opportunity to come into contact with a venomous snake is quite limited in this day and age. Most snakes are not going to chase you. There's a common myth that copperheads or water moccasins are going to come after you, but that's definitely not the case. Most species are ambush predators and are actually just going to sit tight until the moment when you might possibly step on them, in which case they may warn you with a rattle like some of the rattlesnakes we have here. The fact that snakes, which actually are really just sort of nested within lizards, have evolved a legless way of moving, that might be kind of creepy to people. They also tend to do things like swallow their prey whole. That might be automatically pretty off-putting to some people. They're really quite well adapted to live a life without any limbs, right? From the way in which they can open up their mouths and their teeth are angled in such a way to help them ingest prey, and the way in which their bodies have evolved to handle having a large prey item come down. One lung is reduced, probably as a way to make space for prey items. There's all sorts of things to really be fascinated by about them. It's interesting that people do have this fear of snakes in general that leads to the persecution of snakes, right? Lots of people say the only good snake is a dead snake. I hate that saying. It's really quite problematic. So most of these snakes that we think of as dangerous are actually incredibly pretty. They have these really complex patterns and really velvety textures that I think no other group of animal in Pennsylvania has. But they're not only are they pretty, but they're also so docile, in fact, that you can usually approach them within a safe distance, but close enough to really appreciate their beauty and their cool natural history. All right, so I thought it would also be kind of cool to show some. Here we have a northern copperhead, and further down in we have a timber rattlesnake. This is you could probably up to a certain point, but it really depends on how often that snake is shed. Every time they shed, they're going to start out wide and get narrow over the back and then wide again. So a lot of these